Hello. So this week we're starting week 16. This is the last week you have any assignments due for our class. And I'm not going to talk too much about the final reflective letter because we covered that last week in depth. If you want to review, please watch the Getting Started with Week 15 video or read the transcript, which has a thorough explanation of the final reflective letter assignment. One thing that I did want to touch on this week is something that's new to this semester, different this semester, I guess, is that you have the option to choose how you want your grade to be determined this semester. So you can see here I have a grade flow chart, which I'd like you to take a look at, and this gives you the options for this semester. Because of the pandemic, we are opening up the option for you to take a pass or a fail as opposed to a letter grade. So let me explain what that means. At this point in the semester, we have just one assignment left with 50 points. So you should be able to determine whether you will have a 70% or more with those 50 points calculated in by looking in your course grade center. So after completing all of the coursework, do you currently have a 70% or above in the class? If you have a 70% or above, that's great. That means that you get to choose from a couple of options. So the first option is just to receive a letter grade. So let's say in spite of the pandemic, your life hasn't changed too much and you've been able to continually focus on coursework. You haven't had any extra obstacles or anything like that, and you have been able to achieve the grade that you wanted to achieve and you want to receive that letter grade. That is great. You can choose to do that. It will be included on your transcript and it will impact your GPA. However, for some of us, we may be in situations where life as we know it is not normal. We were able to continue in the class, but we know we didn't do as much as we could have because of circumstances, and we weren't able to perform up to our best standard. So in that case, you may choose to take a pass or a P rather than the letter grade. What are the differences between that? So taking a pass counts as completing a course with a grade of C or higher, but it doesn't impact your GPA. So if you're worried about your GPA and you have like a C this semester and you thought you would get a B, this would be an opportunity for you to have a pass saying that you completed the class, but a C wouldn't impact your GPA, so you would have a pass instead. A P will not satisfy a course or program prerequisite where the requirement is a grade of a B or higher. And universities outside of Arizona may not accept a grade of P if an NPC student transfers or applies for a professional or graduate program. So I know that because of the pandemic, all Arizona universities are accepting pass grades for the spring 2020 semester. I do not know outside of Arizona though. So if you're planning to transfer, this is something that you want to consider carefully, and I would encourage you to talk to your advisor and or possibly someone from the transfer institution that you're thinking of attending to check this before you opt for the pass option. So those are your pass or letter grade. So if you are at the end of the semester right now and you do not currently have a 70% or above in the course, you have a couple of options. So the one thing that you could do is you could get a D or an F. That would be included on your transcript. It would impact your GPA. I do not recommend this route because this semester you have the option to withdraw from the course right now and you will not receive a failing grade on your transcript. Your GPA won't be impacted. And this semester, because of the pandemic, you'll be granted a credit for credit tuition waiver, which will be good for 2 years. So if you decide like you've got a 65%, you weren't able to perform as well as you could have, you have the chance to drop the class and receive a tuition credit or tuition waiver, which will allow you to retake the class in the futures. You have until the end of our class to decide this date. So you have until Wednesday, May 13th to make this decision. So you can wait until you get the grade for your final reflective letter if you'd like to make this decision. So what I'd like you to do once you've decided, because I need to know from everyone what they'd like to choose, there's this little questionnaire here. You just click it and choose answer the questions. All you have to do is choose which you would like for this semester. So what grade option would you like for your spring 2020 core score? You'd like a letter grade, you'd like a pass, you have a C or lower and would like to withdraw from the course, receive tuition credits, and try again in the future. Or you get a fail. You have a D or an F and do not want the option to receive tuition credits. I strongly discourage that option. This is a chance for you, regardless of what happened this semester. If you weren't able to do as well as you thought you could have for whatever reason, you have the opportunity here to receive a tuition waiver that's usable for the next 2 years and retake this class again with no fee. So I need to have this information from everyone by Wednesday, May 13th. And if you have questions about this, I know it's kind of confusing, just let me know. I'm happy to talk about anything with you and try to guide you in the right direction. I also encourage you to talk to your advisor because they're very helpful and they know a lot more about transfer and things like that than I do. So please complete that this week. And also, of course, we need to make sure that you get your final reflective letter due by Sunday, May 10th. As always, if you've got questions, concerns, confusions, anything, please let me know. I'm here to help. I know we're at the end of the semester, but your success and your well-being are still very important to me. If there's anything I can do, just let me know. Stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.